Good morning, everyone. I know it's been a while since I did an art journal page, but I've been working. We've had hurricanes and other family-ish things happen, so I figured I would get on up to getting one done. So these are the elements that we're going to use today. I wanted a different bottom for the page. Maybe it just a little closer. And I didn't like any of the die cuts that were already done, so all I did was take a Dilutions stamp set, which is further around the edge. There's the number, Ranger.com. I stamped this on some of the collage paper, which was this one, because I wanted the yellow, but I'm going to add some black and white into that. The page back here is just a piece from the other collage paper, the Out of This World one. And I used Never Stop Looking Up out of this signature collection. There is the block number. I used this image from the Out of This World paper elements. And there's the bunny. There's the number. So that's what I did. I've already glued it on. I might use some of these elements, I'm not sure. And I might use one of these to go around the edge as a border. We'll just go along and see what happens. So I'm going to remove everything and have some fun with my background. Let me get everything set up. I'll be right back. Okay, I got everything removed. I'm going to use some clear gesso over this really quick so that I can add some more paint details and things like that. And the thin paper will be able to hold up. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that, dry it. Be right back. All right, I've got the clear gesso dried. I like it. It's very fine. You can't even feel any grit on the paper. I use this gesso in my art journaling because it's very smooth, and I also use it in coloring books. So it's great. It's nice and smooth. You can't even feel it or see any grit or any lines left. And if you're using coloring book or whatever, and acrylic paints, it's great. I have a homemade stamp, just some fun foam that I cut out. I might use that. I know I'm going to use this one. This stamp set is from Amazon. That's the name of it. And I'm going to use this one almost like for little galaxy. Who knows? I wing everything that I do. I don't plan a whole lot. That's just not how I do it. I do have these 3 paints I'm going to try for the galaxy. Let me stand back up here. They're just apple barrel paints. Some of them are Craft Smart from Michael's Deco Art. This was probably either Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Walmart. Who knows? But I'm just going to add some difference in there because I've got these colors, which are very close to this, that I want to bring up here. So let me make sure I'm in shot here. And I'll just put some on my mat. I'll spread it out with my finger. I don't know if you can even see that, but if not, I'm sorry. And I'll even dab it on here so that I get it off my finger. Then I'm just going to pick it up like if it was an ink pad. See? And I'm just going to put it there just to add some different elements to my page. Why not? I know that'll be hidden, but that's fine. And I'll get a baby wipe. Just a cheapy baby wipe. You have to clean the paint off your stamp right after, or it dries on there. And then it's hard to get out. Let me clean this up. And sorry for the reach. I have a very old kitchen towel that I just cut up so that I have cleaning rags, I guess. I'll use the Aqua Sky. Move that around. Wipe off my finger. Pick it up. And I'm just going to go a little bit closer to the other one. I don't know if you can see that there, but just add a couple of different colors and elements. Let me move this over so I can get to this corner over here to the pattern that's on here. I'll drag that across, why not? Just so we have almost like a little bit of depth and difference. Tie that off. And now I'll use Ocean Breeze. Wipe my finger off. Because once that dries, I'm going to come in with white. Yep, I like that. Come over here. And just come up here. Flip this around. Why not? I want background, but I just want it to be subtle. And I'll go ahead and wipe this off with the baby wipe. Make sure I've got the paint out of the tiny little grooves that gets stuck down in there. Okay. What I think I might do, I'll use the white for this. Let me dry this. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm just trying to make a galaxy somewhat without having to buy a stamp for galaxies or a stencil. Not everybody has that. So just putting some white paint over here, spreading it out. And I'm just gonna lightly pick up areas of my, and I'm just gonna put it down real quick, pick it up. If I want to wipe it off, I'll just put it where I want it. That looks all right. I mean, you know, just putting it on with my finger. And come up here, just to add more to the background. Just be mindful of where the rest of your other elements go. There we go. And what I might do so that I don't waste the white paint is put some white splashes down. I'll have enough black elements in there with the border and the bottom piece. So, and yeah, I just quickly wipe this off. You get the fun foam from Dollar Store. And this is just reused cardboard. So let me just not use that one. I'll use just another paintbrush. Add some water to it. Wet this. And see if I can get some white splashes out of it. You never know. Yeah. They're very small, which is fine. As I get it all over the place. Every time my page curls, I want to curl it back. So that's looking pretty good. All right, I'll dry this. Be right back. Okay, I dried that page. I just have them sitting on here so that I can see how the background is looking. It's not too bad. We're gonna have the edge stamp, which will probably be this one. That'll be black and white along my border, unless I do that one. I just want it to be a smaller one. So let's move all this off to the side, and I can just leave that on there, and we'll work on this piece. Let me just grab a piece of scrap paper. I'll move you in closer. Nope, that's farther. And okay, I have a black and white paint pen. I have a Craft Smart white paint pen. And then I have a Artistro paint marker from Amazon, Michaels. And let's go ahead and give this a little bit more depth or dimension. So I'm going to take my little black pieces here. Come on. And I'm going to color them in. Okay. Just going to pick up the extra. Just going to come in, and I'm going to color all these blocks black and the circles white. So let me get that done and I'll be right back. All right, this is what it looks like. I just took the black, filled that in, went around and darkened the other black, took the white, filled these in. I still wanted the element of yellow because I needed it to break up a lot of the blue in here. So if you don't have the element you want in the die cuts, make your own. That's what I did. I looked for stamp sets that I had, and I went ahead and made my own. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to glue it down with these pages. And this is just a Strathmore mixed media, 5.5 by 8.5. I got this at Target. So let me just try to get this uncurled because I like it to be sitting flat when I try to glue things down. So I will glue that down. And then I'm going to put my border on because I don't want to try to do a border when I have other elements on there. That way I'll know where to put my elements. So let me get the glue and we'll get to gluing. Okay, I just have some Crafter's Square clear glue from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put it on the back of this. quickly. I just use a little bit. I'm not like crazy with glue. This stuff almost reminds me of Fabri-Tac to a point. It has a smell to it, that's for sure. And let me just get this where I want it. If it's not perfect, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so there. That's that. Let's find our border. I do have the Dilutions border thing and stamping block, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'll just go with this one. Throw that on there, and let me make sure I've got it where I need it so I can get it close to my edges. And I'll make sure I have it lined up on my little, and that it stays, because sometimes it moves on me. It really does. All right, so I'm starting with a circle, which is fine. So I'm just going to put it to the edge. I need to make sure it's like straight on there, which it's not. So, because then I have these wonky lines that I have to try to connect. And I know nothing is supposed to be perfect. Make sure you close up your glue. Do I want to use, I'll just use my StazOn ink because it's here on my desk. I have StazOn Jet Black. And because I'm going to go and I'm going to fill the circles in with white, and I'm going to fill the little black squares with black. I'm just going to line it up here, press it down. I'm going to leave it on there for a minute so that it transfers. Move this back. Yeah, that's good. Now, I'm only going to be using that much, so that's all I need to really put ink on. Move this over sideways so I can see what I'm doing here. Line this up, put it down, works for me. Now, because we've already got a circle here, I got to start with this end here. So, unless you want two circles, it's your art journal page. You do what makes you happy. And let me get up to the top here. Just press it down. There we go. And since we got it, I'll start with a circle there, because we've got this little edge, so I may make him a little bit bigger. My dog always looks like, who are you talking to? Why are you talking to yourself? I know you're not talking to me. She thinks I'm crazy half the time. Alright, so I'm going to turn this so that it better suits me. And I can move it down just enough to where I can see that I've got it on the edge, but not off the edge, which I might have. I mean, you know, it's fine. Nope, bingo. And then all I need to do is put ink on these two. And I'll just flip this over. And if you don't want it to get on the piece that you just made, put a piece of paper down before you lay your stamp down. Well, that's not wanting to stay, so forget it. Normally I would use a piece of Post-it, but I don't have it with me right this second. All right, so I'll just stamp this off on a piece of scratch paper. And I'll just take a piece of paper and wipe it along it. Why not? See, because you'll get ink off of it. All right, so there's that. I'm just going to put this here. I'll grab my black again, my white again. I'll do around the border, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got those all colored in. I actually took a red glitter marker, 2 hands, that's the name of the company, and you get them off of Amazon. It's extra fine point, but it's not that glittery. I mean, but it is what it is. So instead of going around with the black, I went around with this rosy red looking color. All right, so let's take our elements again. Put them down on here. Boy, do I keep moving somewhere. Yep, they must have flown somewhere. I'll be right back. All right, these are our elements. We're just going to get them glued down. And for that, let me just grab a glue real quick. I use the Barely Art Precision Glue. I get this off of Amazon also, although it is expensive. It dries quick, but it's got a nice precision tip for when you're doing precise things. All right, so I'm just gonna, and don't be like me and forget to put that needle back in, or else you can just forget it, because this stuff dries up really quick in this tiny little tip. So, and it dries super fast, so you gotta move quick. I'll just put her right here, and then her little bunny friend, or bird bunny, I don't know what it is. I was gonna cut out legs for it, but I was just like, no, I'll just use it the way it came. And I'll put that one right there. Take my stars. Should have cut out that gray part, but I didn't, so it's fine. Put that over here. I have this blue glittery star. I'll just put that right there. Let me get the moons down. And yes, it's going to come over my border, which is fine. Not the end of the world for me. Never stop looking up. Well, sometimes it's easier said than done. When you're faced with a lot of disaster, you don't know what you're going to do. But here's the one thing. You don't have any choice but to move forward. And if you keep moving forward, at some point in time, things are going to be okay. So there's that. I could take a white gel pen and highlight some things. I could go around some things, but it's already been 24 minutes. And that's our page for today, using Art by Marlene, acrylic paints, dilutions, stamp, border stamps. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I try to get to all my comments. Thank you to all my subscribers that I have now, and to the 2 new ones that came on board. Yay! Thank you so much. God bless everybody. Take care and have an amazing day. Bye for now.